StillWorks and Brewing. My name is Randy. If you're new to the channel, this is a channel that's all about home distillation and brewing, so welcome. Okay, so today we're going to start a new series, and the name of that series is Bourbon, from grain to barrel. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with designing a grain bill, how to do that, and we're going to end up with spirits into the barrel and everything else in between. So I know this is going to take a few videos, so we have a lot to do, but first we got to do some housekeeping. As always, there's 5 things that you can really do to help us out, and it does make a big difference. Number 1, subscribe if you haven't done that already. Number 2, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Number 4, share us with your friends. And number 5, leave a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to start off with the definition of bourbon. Bourbon is a straight whiskey that the mash bill has to be at least 51% corn, and then the rest of it can be rye, some barley, or anything else that you particularly want. Okay, and it will be aged in new white oak. Okay, so now we got the definition. So we'll get set up over here at the chalkboard, and we got a lot of numbers to go through, and so we'll be right back. Okay, so this bourbon recipe is going to be about 60% corn, 20% 6-row barley, and 20% rye. I want a 6-gallon wash, and my target specific gravity is going to be 1.090 starting gravity. And if it works out, that should be about 12% ABV at the end. And that equals out to about 2.8 or 2.9 quarts of pure alcohol. So we'll end up with a little bit more than that, but that'd be pure alcohol. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started, and we're going to figure the math out, and we'll be back. Okay, so let's do a little bit of math. Our target, like we said before, is going to be 1.090. I mean, that's going to be our target for our specific gravity. So first, let's drop, and we'll just make that 9, okay? We're going to have a 6-gallon mash, or 6-gallon mash. So 90 times 6 is 540 points, okay? So we got that. So next thing you have to do is your brew house efficiency, okay? So what is brew house efficiency? The short definition is when they figure out the specific gravity that is contained in a grain, that is if you're going to get 100% of that out of the grain, which you're not going to do. So basically, we're going to be about 0.75 or 75% efficient, brew house efficiency. So we take our points, 540, divided by our brew house efficiency, the percent, so we would do that, and that's going to equal 720 points that we're going to get from that grain, okay? So the next thing we do is we take that 720, divided by the grain points that we're going to use. Okay, so the grain points we're going to use is, we have corn, that is 1.030 grain points. The 6-row is 1.035, and the rye is 1.029. Okay, so we'll average that out. Now that is going to give us about 31. So 720 divided by 31 is going to be basically 23. It's going to 23.2. Okay, so that gives us base number, and we'll go for rest. All right, so let me clear the board. We'll come back and we'll finish doing this math. Let me step back in case you want to see, okay? Okay, so we take the number from before, which is 23. And if you remember, we just rounded it all together, so it's going to be, all right, 23 times 60% is going to be 13.8 pounds of corn. All right, 23 times 20% is going to be 4.6. And the rye is the same thing, 23 times 20%, 4.6. And so that's going to give us a total of 23 pounds of grain. And that should give us what we're looking for. That's actually been not too awful bad. All right. So this is our grain bill. Our next step is to buy the grains, and then we will make our bourbon mash. I'm hoping what my goal is. I don't want to use any sugar to boost up the starting gravity. I want to do it with all grains, and we're going to end up with which I've never done before. Is I'm going to put it in a white oak barrel to let it age. So this ought to be very interesting. So come on back, and on the next video we'll start doing the mash. The last thing I got to say is thanks for watching. Enjoy the adventure. We'll see you next time.